So for those that are new to Deadline, attending this webinar today, Deadline, just briefly as an introduction, it's a cross-platform, cross-cloud now, compute management system working across the three obvious operating systems and all distributions of Linux. It's able to manage literally tens of thousands of jobs, and I'm going to show you something in a minute which will prove this, across both physical and virtual machines. Quite conservative these days, but well over 50 individual applications we now support out of the box. Anything that you can think of that's typically used in VFX or design viz, arch viz, product viz, and the whole areas where Deadline is known to support. We support all those applications, and very easily you can add additional support with our scripting API, which is Python. So Deadline 7, that's the introduction. So Deadline 7, literally 520 new features and updates, which improve the overall, can be said to improve the usability and the performance. It's a major release for us, so we're going to see some big numbers here. Now, there's no way I can sit here and lose the will to live to tell you 520 new features and updates today. So we're going to be showing about 18 of those. So things perhaps that, just as I mentioned it, that we won't be talking about today is I won't be talking about the V-Ray spawner improvements we've made, Modo improvements, the stats reporting systems in the farm reports in the statistic module, for slave as well as job statistics that we've now added, so we've added slave stats as well. There's an import wizard as well, which allows you to easily import all your settings in your Deadline 6 repository in terms of slaves, network settings, all your repository settings, individual slave settings can all be moved across to Deadline 7 just with an import wizard, which is literally, select the things you want to import, one-time deal, next, finish, and away we go. And going forwards, that import wizard is going to really make it easy for you guys to move between the versions. And we have a script that you can just download off our GitHub site, which allows you to actually import from Deadline 5 if you're still on Deadline 5 to 6, and then from 6, the import wizard in 7 will obviously allow you to bring your settings across from 6. A lesser-known fact about Deadline 7 is you can actually install Deadline 7 in terms of installing it on your client render nodes and your workstations alongside Deadline 6. So in terms of a transition from production 6 across testing 7 and then moving across to production, it's going to be pretty seamless because you can install both alongside each other, and you just need to update the system environment variable to point to the path whether you're using Deadline 6 or Deadline 7. So it's easy to install it on a couple of machines just for testing, and if you're happy you can then move across at your own pace. So Deadline 7 is available for beta testing now. One caveat I just want to flag up here is you do just need to update the license binaries. We've taken the opportunity, as it's a major version, to update our FlexLM license binary server. So the license server downloads, and they're available right now on our website. They are the latest version, that 11.12. Just make sure you stop your license server at some point when it's convenient for you. Just copy across the binaries, update them, and just restart your service for licensing, and then you'll be all set for Deadline 7. You can do that anytime you like as of today, and it'll still be backwards supporting for that FlexLM version will work with Deadline 6 and 5, for example.